thought our guys fought for the entire game. 4 quarter fight. You just can't start off slow against a really good team. We obviously started off slow. They weren't, they won a lot of critical situations as far as third down. We thought third down was a place that we had to be good. They were effective running the ball. We didn't do a good job stopping the run, and then we weren't able to run the ball. And you got to be able to run the ball in games like this. So we're gonna open it up.
How you doing, Coach? LT Lewis with TV Sports TV1. Even though you guys lost, what's going to be in mind knowing that, hey, you know what, this is the last Pac-12 championship conference, so what's going to be in mind right now? That's the first question.
Yeah, really nothing necessarily just about this game. I'm just, I know how hard our players work. I hate to see them finish on that note. I know we're going to get an opportunity for a great bowl game. I want to see those guys go out there and compete for that, but I have to give credit to Washington, Coach DeBoer. They did a great job. They had a good plan. Executed well, but hurting for the guys in that locker room.
And then also, you have to credit your defense for giving you opportunity to stay in the game. So what do you say about the way your defense played tonight?
Well, I mean, we were in the game, but we didn't play well enough. We didn't play well enough on either side of the ball to be able to win against a good team. We certainly had a chance all the way down to that very last minute, and I appreciate our guys' fighting effort for that, but starting off slow hurt us.
Thank you.
James Crepy from the Oregonian. Dan, we've celebrated your run defense all season. It's a top 10 unit. It's on pace for a program record season. In the fourth quarter, it gives up over 70 yards, over 150 to Dylan Johnson. When that's the difference, what was the problem tonight with the run defense?
Yeah, we were putting, you'll have to go watch the film and see exactly what happened, but we were putting an extra hat in the box there at the end, and they were breaking for extra yards. They had some successful runs. We didn't have their number, they had ours.
And how much of an impact did Jordan Birch being hurt early impact the run defense tonight?
And Jordan Birch is a great player. He certainly makes us better, but that'd be an excuse. There's nobody that's playing healthy at this time of the season. They're banged up too, and we didn't finish.
Coach Michael Matthew with FI 360. Just what's your thoughts on Bo's performance tonight? The way that he was able to rally the guys and get you guys back in the game and nearly stealing this one.
Well, I think it just speaks to who Bo is. I mean, he obviously brought us back there to be within one score there at the end. His explosive run showed his legs. I thought the guy ran extremely tough tonight. Opportunities he had to run, he put his head down and did everything he could to get the first or get explosive plays. Made some elite throws. That last throw in 2 minutes was really special. Bo did what I've seen him do all season. He competed to the very end. Handled some adversity, and when it set in, he responded to that. Walking away, 3 touchdowns, a really long run. I'm impressed with our quarterback.
Coach, obviously this is the last Pac-12 game. Jordy Feet Crunk, I knew, sorry. This is obviously the last Pac-12 game of football. What are you going to miss the most about this conference?
Well, just the competition. This is a great year, for this conference. I think you saw a lot of really good football in this conference this year, and that's the piece you'll miss.
Matt Prame, 24/7 Sports. Just you talked about the lack of a run game. What didn't work for you guys?
Yeah, I thought they had a good plan. They had hats in the box. There were some times that I thought we could have been running the ball into some positive looks, and for whatever reason we weren't able to do that. They played well. I think you have to give credit to them, and I think I could probably dive into the film to be able to give you better answers.
James Kirby with the Oregonian. It was the least accurate performance for Bo tonight, and I realize we're grading on a very hard curve where 62% is low. But what was it where, when he's used to 70, 75, 80 as of late, that this was a tougher night for him from an accuracy standpoint?
The guy threw for 3 touchdowns. I thought Bo had a good performance. Again, we started off slow, early in this game. To have 2 3 and outs to start the game off, that put us in a hole. We're playing catch up. A lot of game, we talked about at halftime, hey, we're gonna go score a touchdown here. Defense is gonna get a stop. We're getting an opportunity to pull ahead. We did just that. We just didn't maintain that lead. Our quarterback gave us a chance tonight.
Eric Scopel, 24/7 Sports. What was working in the middle of the game there where you guys scored 21 unanswered, and why weren't you able to continue that success after?
Yeah, I thought we found some positive runs, there to where we can get a little bit more of a rhythm. Positive. We were off schedule a lot in the first half, where you're operating in 2nd and 10, and now it becomes 3rd and long. To be able to, that drive out of half, to be able to convert 2 4th downs, I think was huge. But once we got behind a little bit more, we had to be a little bit more aggressive in the passing game. It wasn't going to be a game where we can necessarily run it, but you have to establish the run a little bit earlier to have that success.
Kenneth Berry, Touchdowns and Tangents Network. Coach, your only 2 losses are to this Washington team. What do you say to the committee, especially since obviously Bama's out there, they have a loss, Texas. What would you say why this Oregon team still deserves to be ranked in, let's say, the top 6?
Yeah, at the end of the day, not really for me to decide. I think everybody saw our guys fight out there. Like I said, they never threw in the towel. They worked their tails off this entire game. In a game that we probably faced some adversity we hadn't seen. We've been down in some games this year, by 2 scores to be able to come back and respond. Again, I think this team's been playing really good ball throughout the season. And to finish it off with that note, that's kind of a sour taste in our mouth for sure. But I'm excited to see what bowl game we get. I know we'll get a great one, have a great team to go compete against.
Spencer McLaughlin, Locked On Podcast Network. Coach Bucky Irving was pretty bottled up tonight. Jordan James had some really good plays. What was the thinking on the sideline offensively with when to go with one guy versus the other?
Yeah, just trying to find a rhythm. Both those guys are really good players. Jordan certainly had some successful runs, and they would certainly include him when Bucky was in the game that he was going to be touching the ball. So I'll have to go back and look at the film and see, what existed there. But, you got 2 talented players. You want to figure out how to use them both.
Running Green Coin in Portland. Coach, when you were leaving the field, you 180'd, stopped, turned around, and looked. What made you do that, and what was going through your head in that moment?
I'll just think about our players. I just want to be around our players and let them know how proud I am of them. Grab a couple guys that I can make sure, there's disappointment in that locker room because of how hard these guys work. I haven't been around a team that works this hard, and hurt for them because I wanted them to have this one. But again, credit to Washington. They earned it, they deserved it. They played a 4-quarter game. We probably played the last 3 quarters. We didn't start off very well in the first quarter.
Alec Dietz, Register Guard. Obviously, we talked about Odunze all week and trying to limit him, and then Polk had the big catch. Jalen McMillan had over 100 yards. What just makes them so hard to defend? And obviously, you guys were banged to the corner too.
Yeah, they have. You can't take away one guy because they have other guys. I thought they did a good job in protection tonight. We tried to be aggressive at times with pressure, and they probably made us pay for that. Didn't have the tight matches that we needed in the back end, and they finished. We didn't, right? There's times we're hitting them, we're getting really close, but the ball's getting off just before, and they made some big time explosive plays. We didn't have as many explosive plays offensively for us in this game, so credit to those guys.
Matt, 24/7 Sports. You said the standard here is very high. 11 wins has only happened 3 other times. How do you just want this team to define its season? Because it's obviously hurts, like you said, but it's also been something that hasn't happened a lot here.
Yeah, we want the standard to be that expectation. We have a high expectation for ourselves. There's nobody outside of this room that wants us to do better than those guys in that locker room, and these coaches. They know what we had this year. We have a special group this year, but it's a building block, right? We're in year 2. This is an opportunity to build onto this and set the expectation for what it should look like in the future. And we got an opportunity to go play in a really good bowl game, right, and cap this thing off the right way.
Tyson Aldrin, I-5 Corridor. The 3 games you've played against this team in the last 3 years have been 3 of the best games in college football the last 2 seasons, decided by 9 points. What's the difference between you guys and Washington in that they've been able to finish these ones out those 3 times?
Yeah, I'd say critical moments. Like I said, we were good on 4th down tonight, but we were 3 of 10 on 3rd down, and they were 10 of 15. Right, you got to be better on 3rd down. You got to be able to establish the run. Last time we played these guys, we were able to run the ball. We didn't have that success tonight. But again, credit to them. They've been good in critical moments, and we didn't finish.
Spencer McLaughlin, Locked On Podcast Network. Coach, your secondary was without Jalil Florence tonight. Kyrie Jackson was kind of in and out. How challenging was that for your defense to go up against that receiving core with guys kind of coming in and out and playing guys who maybe haven't played against players that caliber a lot this season?
Yeah, that's a cop-out for us. We have guys that practice really hard and prepare all week. You're banged up. It's that point in the season, and they have talented players. We're going to challenge ourselves to be able to handle those players when they're running the ball with the success they are. You have to load the box, and that's going to put guys outside on islands a little bit. But I thought our guys came in and they competed. They just outplayed us tonight.
James Kirby of the Oregonian. You mentioned the 3rd down, Stan. On the 3rd and 9, late there in the 4th quarter, looked like a design run by Bo that got stopped pretty much for no gain. was it designed? What was the thinking on that third down call?
Yeah, they were in dime, you know, so they were in a light box. We didn't pick up the movement well. You know, when you're playing dime in a light box, that's an opportunity to have an advantageous run. We emptied the box with a bolt motion, so they had less hats in there than we did. We had enough to block them up, but we just didn't get it blocked properly, and they made a great play. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Phil.